Hello and welcome to this edition of Minstrels on the Block, where we bring you the finest singer-songwriters in the Valley area. I'm your host, Brian Mallard, and today we have special guest, Mr. Shaun Crane. So Shaun, glad to have you on the show, man. How you doing?
Great to be here.
So tell me about yourself, Shaun. Where were you born?
I was born in Opelika, Alabama, and I was born at East Alabama Hospital. Cool. There. And I've basically lived pretty much most of my life in Valley. That's where I'm from. So
what did your parents do?
My dad was he worked for Walmart for a little while. He did several jobs there, and also worked for the factories before they shut down.
So does he have any experience? What's it like working at Walmart or the factory for that matter?
Well, as far as my experience, because I actually had some experience working at a mill myself back in high school. So from my experience of seeing what the mill looked like that he worked at, I would have to say that it was a really rough place, to definitely be working, but you could make a decent living by working there though. So.
But your mother? She
actually worked several different things, several different jobs. She worked as mainly in a grocery store. She was mainly a grocery store kind of person. So she worked in the bakery departments, and she did odd jobs, odd and end jobs.
So now, were your parents musical at all?
No.
So that leads me to a good question. Where did it start for you?
It started from my granddad, actually. My granddad had I believe it was an old, Fender, spruce top Fender black guitar. I called it Black Beauty. That was actually the first guitar I actually started playing. But I used to pull it out a lot and play on it. But my granddad used to use it at church, so cool. he actually played it a lot there.
So skipped a generation. Your granddad was musical. Your parents were not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, my granddad on my mom's side. Now, as far as my dad's side, I know my father's dad was a musician too.
Really?
But there was a lot of drinking involved with that too, and so there's a deep dark past there that I don't want to get into, but I know that that was one of the reasons as to why in certain cases my dad was turned off to guitar playing.
Well, question that doesn't have to do with the drinking and the wild parties and all that cool stuff. What kind of music did your granddad do?
He was mainly an old gospel, like old hymns, classical hymns, just very old-time religion kind of gospel hymns. And
that's your dad's dad?
No, that's my mom's dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so he mainly would sit there on the bed and he would just play different chords, and he always had that one strum pattern that he always did before every hymn. He went into every hymn. It was like doo 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 doo, and then he would go right into the song. But he basically trained me to pick up the guitar. But it was at 13 I decided that I was going to give it a shot, and so I got him to show me the first normal chords like G, C, D, and he turned around and he would I used to just go to him all the time and ask him, because I didn't have a chord chart. I didn't have anything to show me, this is what this sounds like. So my granddad was actually my
first
pitch.
teacher.
He was my pitch.
Right.
So whenever I would pitch a note to him, I'd be like, does this sound like a G? And he would be like, yeah, it's getting there, and I would continue to do that one chord over and over until I finally got it successfully right. And then the hardest part for me though was switching
Oh yeah.
The switch from G to D to
Yeah.
C, like that was the rough areas of my beginning stages of music. But I know, you know, just growing up and just having that influence, you know, from him. Also, I had influence with my brothers as well.
Oh, cool.
My two older brothers, Mitch and Rocky, they one was actually the drummer for a band called Footprints. They were well known in Valley. For a brief moment, they were in a band, and it was sparking interest in a lot of companies, and a lot of people were interested in them, and so I was kind of the brother who was, you know, kind of not in the spotlight, but I would get all the, you know, the things that came with the brothers being in the band, like you know, the girls coming to me like, your brothers are in this band, and like
the most important part, my friends.
Yeah. Being the younger brother, you know, plus I look better, you know, like I was, you know, at the time I look, you know, of course, you know, I didn't have all the, I don't look as old as I do now, but as far as like, you know, I guess I was, you know, just anyways, but it was kind of weird. I think the oddest moment that I ever had in that situation was where they wanted my brother's hair, because my brother had hair, okay, like long hair,
right,
and they wanted me to get his hair and put it into a bag, a Ziploc bag, and give it to him.
He has to.
I mean, that is like obsessed right there.
Yeah.
And so I was always, you know, like, oh my gosh, are you serious? But they wanted that. There's like so much more to this, but it goes like more and more in depth. But as far as you know, going back to the beginning stages for me, it was more of a, I didn't want to live under the spotlight of my brothers so much.
Right,
I wanted to kind of create my own avenue for music.
So that's what sparked you to actually want to do it yourself. Is the difference between, like you said, living in the spotlight of your brothers. So that's actually what sparked you to want to be a musician yourself.
It had some influence as far as wanting to kind of see what I had, you know, to bring to the table.
Right.
And the thing that I felt like I had was I had the singing ability. But the earlier stages, like I was saying, the earlier stages were all influenced primarily by my granddad.
Right.
So he was the one who kind of coached me along, showed me. I actually put the guitar down for a full year when I was 13, because I did it and I failed at it, and I was like, I can't do this. And you know, and the opposition that came against me, I had a lot of opposition there too, because you know, which I don't want to disclose my, you know, those parts either, but in that process, I learned, I overcame it, and so I picked it up at 14, and ever since then, I've never stopped.
Overcoming. That is half 90% of the battle of music, for those of you sitting out there who don't know. We're going to go to one of Shaun's songs. We'll be right back after this, and I'm going to find out what kind of music his other granddad played.
Hey everyone, this song is called Somebody Kind of World, and this is one of my favorite songs to play, so I'm going to give it to you guys. Here it is, Somebody Kind of World. I look outside at the world, people like to wave and say hello, hello, hello. Lives tell of a different story. I think we all would like to know. Yeah, 'cause we're all trying to be somebody in this somebody kind of world, and we don't know where to go from here. Yeah, we're all trying to be somebody in somebody kind of world, and we don't know where to go. Look outside at a world of people like to wave and say hello, hello, hello. The lives tell of a different story. I think we all would like to know. Yeah, 'cause we're all trying to be somebody in somebody kind of world, and we don't know where to go from here. Yeah, we're all trying to be somebody in somebody kind of world. We don't know where to go. Where to go? No, we don't know where to go. 'Cause we're all trying to be somebody in a somebody kind of world, and we don't know where to go from here.